Hey, buddy, what you up to?
Let's play NHL 24.
NHL 24, eh? Want the old man to show you how to do it?
I don't think you stand a chance.
Why would you say that? You know, back in my day, there wasn't a game ColecoVision or Television or Atari put out that I couldn't master.
You mean the one with the little white line has to hit the little white dot?
Yeah, we called it Pong, and I was pretty freaking good, let me tell you right now.
Okay.
So do you want to play or not?
Fine.
Fine, okay. I just gotta get ready. I'll be right back.
What's he gonna get ready for?
Okay, I'm the Leafs.
Alright, I'm Chicago.
All right, Blackhawks and Leafs, Connor Bedard, hey? Here we go. I'm about to school you in EA NHL 24. And hey, wait. What'd you give me here? I couldn't, the button's jammed or something.
Do you want to switch controllers?
Yes, I want to switch controllers. Give me crap like that. I couldn't even move my goalie. And you know what, on second thought, I think I'd like to be the Rangers.
Okay, fine, be the Rangers.
Okay, I'm going to be the Rangers. Who are you going to be?
Chicago.
All right, you be Chicago, I'll be the Rangers. Now I'm going to show you what's going on here, right? Wait. Car! Wait! I called Car!
You can't call car in the middle of a video game.
Oh, come on! Oh, I changed my mind. I want to be the Avalanche. Nathan McKinnon.
Okay, fine.
All right, I'll be the Avalanche. Here we go. Now I gotcha. Wait.
What'd you pause? Did you take it off?
I didn't do anything. I don't know what happened.
It's on the menu.
I don't know. I guess the game just went off. Oh, well. What are we going to do?
I was about to beat you.
Well, I guess we'll never know.
This is the 10 Minutes with Andrew podcast. And now, here's Andrew.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening.
Welcome back to 10 Minutes with Andrew. I'm, of course, Andrew, and I'm again joined by my dad, Mark Chansey. Welcome back to the show.
Well, thanks for having me. I'm just enjoying the new merch.
The new pen.
New 10 Minutes with Andrew podcast pens. Aren't they wonderful? I don't think I've ever had a pen write so perfectly. What do you think?
It's perfect. It's awesome.
I'm on record. I did call Car.
You did, yeah, but
for some reason...
It's a video game.
You didn't stop.
It's a video game.
Well, it took me back. I was talking to a buddy at work about, a long time ago when we used to play street hockey.
Yeah.
And you don't see a lot of that anymore now at all. But we lived on the road playing street hockey, road hockey. And Car was an actual thing.
I remember you telling me a story. The police got called on you playing street hockey.
That's for another show, I think.
Yeah.
But calling Car was an actual thing. If a car was coming in the middle of the game...
Oh, no, I know it's a thing, yeah.
Somebody would yell, Car, right?
Right, yeah.
And what you had to do was everybody had to stop on the spot.
And get everything out of the way.
And kind of shuffle out of the way so the car could get through. And then when the car went by, you moved the nets out of the way and everything and put them back. And when the car went by, you had to shuffle back to where you were. And then someone would yell, game on! And then it picked up right from there.
Yeah.
And that's an actual thing, Car. So we had a lot of fun, excuse me, putting together this week's opening.
We did.
We seem to have the most fun. I don't think the viewers have as much fun as we do, but we have a good laugh.
I will say, Dad told me, you told me, that you think this is Academy Award winning acting.
I don't know. After seeing that, if you don't think it's Academy Award winning worthy, something's wrong.
You might get an Oscar for that.
Something's wrong. So we did that in two pieces. We did before I was in the helmet and Leaf jersey.
Yeah.
We did that in one take.
Yeah.
And then the actual video game part we did in 3 takes.
Right.
And we were kind of torn between 1, 2, and 3, which one to actually use for our opening.
Yeah, we were.
So we didn't know what to do. So we had the great idea, well, let's just play the other 2 on the show.
All right.
Just so we can relive them and have a laugh. And
let's do it.
Hopefully other people find them funny too. So this was take 1. All right. I'm the Leafs.
Fine. I guess I'll be Chicago.
Chicago. Hey, Connor Bedard. Get ready for a beatdown, my buddy. Leafs, Blackhawks. Here we go. Wait. Oh, come on. The button. What'd you give me this one for? The button stuck. I couldn't even move.
Do you want to switch controllers?
I'm freaking right I want to switch controllers. You know what? I think I'd rather be the Rangers.
Okay, fine. Be the Rangers.
Who are you going to be?
Chicago.
Okay, Rangers it is. Now I'm going to beat you. Here we go. Ready? Okay, wait. Car. Wait. Car. I call car.
Can't call car in the middle
You're
of a video
supposed
game.
to
You're supposed to stop.
You can't call car in the middle of a video game.
You know what? I changed my mind. I think I want to be the Avalanche. Nathan McKinnon.
All right, fine.
All right, here we go.
What'd you turn it off for?
I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I
It's in the
didn't.
menu.
But it's gone off though.
I was gonna beat you.
I guess we'll never know.
So that was our first take, and that was actually,
It's pretty good.
it was good enough to use.
All three of them were good.
But we thought number 2 was the best. So here was the third take. We did a third one.
Okay. Only thing is, I want to be the Leafs.
Okay, fine.
Okay, who are you gonna be?
The Chicago.
Chicago, the Blackhawks, and the Leafs. Connor Bedard. Hey, here we go. I'm about to school him in EA Sports. Here we go. What the heck? The buttons on this don't even work. I couldn't even move my goalie.
Do you want to switch controllers?
Yes, I want to switch controllers.
You're not supposed to be able
Give
to
me
move your
crap
goalie either.
like that. And you know what? I think I want to be the Rangers.
All right, fine. You be the
Who are you gonna be?
Blackhawks.
Okay, Rangers and Blackhawks. Here we go. Now I gotta figure it out. Here we go. Wait, car! Wait! I call car!
You can't call
You
car
gotta,
in a video game.
You gotta stop when I call car.
You can't
know
call
what?
car.
I want to be the Avalanche. Can I be the Avalanche?
Yes, you can be the
Okay,
Avalanche.
here we go. Now I got Nathan McKinnon. There's no way you're beating me now. Here we go. Wait. Stop.
What'd you turn it off for?
I didn't touch it. I don't know what happened.
It's on the menu.
What? I don't know. I guess it went off.
I was about to beat you.
Well, I guess we'll never know, won't we?
So that was the other 2 takes. We did have fun putting that one together.
We did a lot of fun, yeah.
So thanks for indulging us, to our viewers, having to sit through 2 more of those.
That was great.
I've watched it about 1 billion times. And if you don't think that's Academy Award winning worthy, I don't know what you're looking for. Like, that's Robert De Niro-esque in terms of how good the acting was.
That was really good, yeah.
Yeah. So lots going on.
Yeah, well, before we get to today's game,
No, before we get to that, let's talk the Blue Jays.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't even see this coming.
I didn't know.
Because you got so many things over there you want to get going. I haven't thrown it back to you yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Get with the program, man. Have we been doing this for months?
Are we going to do it like last week where you see you're not done and you're going to keep going?
Hope not. But the genius Ross Atkins, again, thank you, Ross Atkins, for the content last Saturday. You were all over the internet and YouTube with podcasters and pundits questioning your sanity.
Yeah.
But since you had your press conference a mere 8 days ago,
Yeah.
the Blue Jays have gone 4-4, right? Which isn't terrible, but when you look at the fact 6 of those games came against the Tigers and the White Sox, it's not a good situation.
They're playing 500 ball right now. They're 500 in the last 8 games.
The last 8 games, they're 23-28 on the year. They had a couple of games against the Tigers where they scored 9 and 7 runs, I think, when we thought, maybe.
Yeah.
And then we're back to our same old last couple of games. A 2-1 loss yesterday. When your starting pitcher goes out and shuts down the other team to only 2 runs,
You should win.
you
Easy.
have to win that ball game. Have to.
It's just the Blue Jays have no ability to produce runs or offense, and when runners are in scoring position, they can't do anything anyway.
Well, I've seen a lot of people chatting online now. They want Rogers customers
Yeah.
to call into Rogers and say, if you don't start making changes and fire these bozos who are in charge, we're switching to Bill.
That I think it will work. 100% I think it will work. And
Yeah, but then you got to go through the pain of switching, and I've been through it, man. It's not fun.
One thing people are talking about now is the game, I believe it's the first game of this series against the Tigers. The power was out.
Yeah.
And there was something, I didn't read too much into it, but for the first number of innings, they didn't have iPads in the dugout because the power was out, and they were
Can you
terrible.
imagine?
They
No
were terrible
iPads in the dugout.
and they were terrible.
What do you think they did in the 80s and the 90s?
I know, and they were so much better. And then when the iPads came back on, they scored tons of runs. Like people had circled, okay, here are the innings that there were no iPads. There's barely any runs. When the iPads came back, there's so many runs scored.
Well, now you're taking me down another road, and this is my view on this. I don't believe iPads should be allowed in dugouts or on benches in hockey.
Nope.
especially in hockey. What I don't like about in hockey, a team goes out and they do whatever, or they have a breakaway, or whatever they do. They look at the iPad and they get the goalie's tendencies. They figure out, good for them. Not fair to the goalies.
No, really,
The
no.
goalie doesn't get to look at an iPad and say, well, Mitch Marner was on a breakaway. What's his tendency? What did he do last time, you know?
Yeah.
Goalies don't get to look at it.
Goalies don't get to
all.
look at anything.
But players can just look at them nonstop. Why do you need an iPad?
You don't.
Who was the genius that said, let's put these things in dugouts?
Rob Manfred.
It's bad enough in hockey when they got it on the big scoreboard. All the players
Yeah.
are trained on that to watch it. But
Yeah.
anyway, let's, what are we doing today, my son?
Well, today we're going to be playing a game, but before we get to that,
Before we get to the game,
it's a new game, but before we get to that, the Leafs, like we talked about last week, they hired Craig Berube, and they also had a press conference
they introduced Mr. Berube.
introducing Berube. It was very, I thought, there wasn't much to talk about with it, but I really like, what he said, and he didn't say too much, but I thought it was pretty good.
Well, we talked about doing a special podcast
Episode.
after that, but you know what? There's not a lot in coaching introduction press releases. It's usually the same press
Yeah.
conferences. Sorry, it's usually the same thing.
But yeah, and I have a tweet here.
Okay.
I want to read. This is from somebody on Twitter who says, "Thoughts on the Leafs press conference for Craig Berube. This team can no longer be frail. Players will be held to a standard. A different style of play will come in. I think if Bertuzzi and Domi are re-signed, I see them getting a bigger role. Yeah, Craig isn't messing around. I'm excited."
Well, that's good to know that the fans are excited
Yeah.
for sure. It is kind of exciting
Yeah.
when you have a new coach coming in and hopefully bring in some new
Especially,
vision.
especially a tough, a very good coach, tough coach like Craig Berube.
It's going to be different for the players that are there.
100%.
Of those who remain.
And that's what needs to be different.
So I'm happy with the coaching selection. I mentioned that before. I've been wanting that for a while.
But speaking of coaches,
Yeah.
Leafs former head coach, Sheldon Keefe,
Yeah.
was hired over in New Jersey.
No
He's the head
surprise.
coach of the Devils. That's what I said last week, actually. I said I think he was going to go to New Jersey. And,
No surprise there.
yeah, I mean, they have a press conference coming up on Tuesday.
And that ended
For
all
him.
of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yeah, well, the
speculation,
rumor was that he could get the job as the Penguins currently don't have a head coach for their AHL team, and he could be that guy.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people had said, if he can get an NHL job, why is he going to get an AHL job? It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense for him to go back to the AHL after being there. So yeah, he's got a job over in New Jersey. He's not reunited with Kyle Dubas yet, but anything can happen.
If I'm Sheldon Keefe, stay the frig away from Kyle Dubas.
Well, Sheldon Keefe is buddies with Kyle Dubas because Kyle Dubas brought him in. So
Yep. So you said we were playing a game today?
we are. It's a new game.
A new game. Oh. It's called
It's called
Would You,
Would You
Rather.
Rather.
Would You Rather. Hang on. Listen to this. Like that?
I do like that.
Scoured the internet for that.
Just like last week when we had the good music for the agree, disagree, or buffoonery, which was just buffoonery.
So it's a game called Would You Rather.
It is.
It's like a party game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
This can get quite risque and revealing. Would you rather?
this one won't.
This is Toronto edition.
Yeah, this is
okay.
Toronto edition. So I have two statements, and I'm going to read one, and then I'm going to say, I'm going to have two statements, and I'll read them both, and you have to pick which one you would rather see.
Seems pretty simple. I could have
Yeah.
figured that out from the title of the game.
Yeah. But,
Well,
just in case anyone can't figure it out.
Just in case. Okay.
Just in case anyone can't figure it out, I figured I'd explain it. So let's go to the first statement.
The first
We have
statement
5.
of Would You Rather. Do you want me to do the drum roll?
Let's do it.
Good, because I was doing it anyway.
All right.
Statement number 1 of Would You Rather.
Would you rather
Mm-hmm.
a Leafs Stanley Cup win or a Blue Jays World Series win?
Leaf Stanley Cup one.
Me too, 100%.
Done.
And it's just because, how special, it's going to be so great when it happens.
Well,
Almost 60 years.
I've experienced 2 World Series wins with the Blue Jays, and it was unbelievably fantastic.
Yeah.
I've never come close to experiencing a championship with the Leafs.
Nope.
And I would like to before I leave this world. I don't think it's going to happen. But
I mean, I do. And
the Blue Jays was different too, because for the most part, the country is behind the Blue Jays.
oh, yeah, 100%.
The country is not behind the Leafs.
No.
There are a lot more Leafs haters
yeah.
outside of Ontario than there are not.
Yeah.
So it would be a totally different dynamic. But for Leaf fans, it would be the ultimate. So yes, I would give anything to see the Leafs hoisting a Stanley Cup at some point before I leave this world.
Well, if they fix up the core four, I don't see it too far down the road. But anyway.
Oh, you're a little bit optimistic.
I am.
Wow. I'm usually the positive one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm optimistic today.
I think it's just like 50 plus years of absolute failure that has me a little bit jaded.
Almost 60 years now at this point.
I'm not even close to 60.
No, almost 60 years since they've won
I'm talking about how old I am. I haven't been around that long.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right, ready for the second statement?
What is it?
Octogenarian.
Octogenarian. Is that what you're saying I am?
No?
No, okay. Okay. Statement number 2, you say, of...
Would you rather?
I forgot the name of the game. Just like that. Would you rather? Statement number 2.
Would you rather trade Vladdy
Yes.
or sign him long term?
No, I didn't.
100% trade him. That's an easy one.
Really?
I don't know how we put that there. I mean, you got to trade him.
Okay. Not because I want to belabor the point, but how long do you need to go realizing that Vladdy is an average to above average player? And my concern about signing him long term is they will overpay drastically for him.
They will
because
overpay.
Atkins, the genius that he is, believes he's something he's not. I think.
Yeah, and you know it's funny because obviously an AL executive has since come out and said they've been talking to teams about trading them, but he characterized their asking price as ridiculous.
Well,
and I assume it would be, and then they'll knock it down after.
You start ridiculous.
Yeah.
If you're the ones with the assets,
and
then you come down to what the market will bear. But no, I would so much rather if you could trade Vladdy and get a pile of prospects, which you probably wouldn't, or like 2 decent players who just play the game the right way.
Yeah.
And can have an impact on the lineup. I've always said this for the last number of years. Does Jays have a few fellas on base in a key moment, the last person you want to see coming up is Vladdy.
Vladdy, yeah.
And that's not right. That should be the guy you want up there all the time. But time after time after time, he doesn't get it done.
There should be a sense of intimidation when your superstars up at bat, like Aaron Judge and Ohtani. There's intimidation there.
When
but
they're
not with
coming
Vladdy.
up in key spots, you're thinking, oh, we're dead.
Yeah.
When Vladdy comes up in key spots, Blue Jay fans are thinking, oh, we're dead.
Yeah.
Right?
Blue Jay fans, that's exactly what they're
So,
thinking.
yes, I would not hesitate if I could get a decent return for Vladdy to trade him, as opposed to signing him long term. So we're on to statement number 3 of Would You Rather. I didn't forget it that time.
You didn't that time.
Almost. Statement number 3 is...
Would you rather the Leafs have a goalie tandem with 2 half-decent goalies or 1 superstar goalie and 1 half-decent backup?
So the question is, would I prefer a true number 1 goalie and a backup, who's probably not that well known, or would I prefer a tandem 1A, 1B type situation?
Like the Bruins.
Where they're not, well, the Bruins are a bit different.
They are a bit different.
Those were 2 number 1s.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's about to come to an end because they can't keep them both.
No.
That just was a fluke for them that they had 2 great goalies that turned out to be 2 legitimate number 1s.
Yeah.
So do I want 2 half-decents that I can play kind of evenly throughout the season? Or do I want a superstar goalie or a true number 1 and a backup who's seldom used?
So what do you want?
You go first.
I want 1 superstar goalie and a half-decent backup. I want a true number 1. I want a superstar who can be there and you can rely on him, because the Leafs goalies, as of the last couple of years, have not been people you can rely on. I mean, Samsonov, no, not last year anyway, or this past season. Campbell, Freddie Anderson, they weren't those guys. Like last time, I think you said a couple of shows ago.
Campbell was
Cujo was
not really a true number 1.
No, but
Freddie was a true number 1, and Freddie was a good true number 1
until the playoffs.
Till it came to a game that mattered in the playoffs.
And he still does in Carolina,
and
even to this
day. He did
day.
the same thing this year, unfortunately, for Freddie.
Yeah, well, I would prefer a superstar and then have somebody, not like a nobody who you don't know if he's going to be there or not, but somebody who, can be there if you need a good backup. If you have like 2 back-to-back games or if your superstar gets hurt.
Well, I think I'm with you on this one. Boston Bruins being the exception. If I had a Swayman and an Allmark, I'd go with that every
100%,
time.
100%.
But that doesn't happen very often. That was the exception, not the rule.
Yep.
I do go back to when the Leafs had some success And it was with a Cujo who dragged them through some playoff games. And after him, Eddie Belfour, who dragged them through some playoff games. And I think of the Tampa Bay Lightning and how dominant they were.
Vasilevsky.
And number one goalie, right?
Yeah.
And even when you look back at was it, I can't remember the year, a few years ago when the Canadians beat the Leafs in that first round. Carey Price dragged them to the Stanley Cup final.
100%.
Right? So the other thing about the tandem, I'm not convinced that they don't get hurt more.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
And again, Boston is the exception, but I know in Toronto with
Samsonov and Woll.
Samsonov and Joe Woll, they were always hurt.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's because they're not in good enough game shape that they can play that often, because they're getting more games than they're used to, but they're not getting enough reps, so their bodies aren't ready, and they're just getting hurt so easily.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to. I mean Joseph Woll. That's the thing. You don't rely on him yet because he's kind of injury prone, and it's
both were this year.
Both were. But
then if you're going with just a number one, what happens if he goes down? Bum bum bum.
Yeah, well, you need a good backup too.
Well, you do, man. Thatcher Demko, he went down, and
so did Casey DeSmith.
Vancouver's out now. Vancouver's third stringer certainly didn't hurt them too much.
Sheloves was great,
but you wonder if Thatcher Demko was in there. Might they have won one or two of the games that they lost, and might they still be playing? I wonder. Now, speaking of still playing, Edmonton's the exception to the rule because they don't have a true number one or a tandem.
No,
and they're about to. I think they're about to lose a game or two because they didn't address their goaltending situation.
To the Dallas Stars, who definitely have a superstar in Jake Ottinger.
But I could be wrong. Not likely, but I could be wrong.
All right.
So that was statement number 3.
Yeah.
Now we're going to statement number 4.
Yeah.
I've been working on my
French.
Been using Babbel, as you can tell. This video is not sponsored. By Babbel. So this is statement number 4. How many do we have? 5?
5. Yeah.
5 of Would You Rather.
Would you rather? Mm-hmm. This is an easy one. Keep Tavares or keep Marner?
So I have to keep one of them.
Yes. Tavares.
I'm keeping Tavares.
100%.
Mitch Marner is a great asset in the regular season. He's proven that, right?
Yeah. Playoff time, not so much.
Playoff time doesn't even appear to be on the ice. Tavares still has value. If we could figure out the contract, I still see him as a quality centerman. He wins a ton of faceoffs at important times of the game, and he's out there trying.
And he's in a different role. It's like he's on the third line now.
He is, but he's out there trying, and he's hustling, and he's in the corners digging out pucks, and I take Tavares over Marner in a heartbeat.
Yeah, and it's everyone now keeps talking about it. I think you talked about it a couple episodes ago, but if you're going to trade Marner, he has to approve everything, like down to the last thing. Like people keep talking about this.
I'm not so sure thing. Tavares doesn't have the exact same.
No, he does. I'm just saying, like Marner has, like they all have to approve everything. I mean, even Matthews and Nylander, all of the core four, even Riley, I think has that in his contract.
I will be shocked and disappointed if Mitch Marner is in this lineup come September.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's going to happen.
Yes, he has the no trade and all that stuff. But boy, you want to play for a fan base that doesn't want you here?
I know.
I don't see how that works.
And like we've said, if he waives it, or if he doesn't waive it, like if he wants to stay, put him in the press box for the whole season.
Yeah, that's Sid Sixero kind of said that, and I understand it.
Yeah,
that's hard to do.
I know. Yeah,
when you're paying a guy 11, 12, 13 million, that's a tough one. How many games are you going to let that go? You're going to hope someone breaks. That's what you're hoping there. And
yeah,
I hope it doesn't get ugly. I hope Mitch sees the writing on the wall.
I hope so too.
And takes advantage of the opportunity to get a fresh start. Who knows? He may blossom into something that we regret giving away.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe he'll go to Pittsburgh with Dubas and.
He'd be probably first up there. Maybe we'll get Carlson back for him.
I don't want Carlson.
No, neither do I.
I want Crosby.
I'm being facetious.
But it's not going to happen.
Or as you say without front teeth, facetious.
All right.
So that's good. That was the 4th one. Now we're moving on to number 5 of the new game, Would You Rather?
The final statement. The final
statement. Go ahead, sir.
This is going to be tough.
I don't think so.
I think so.
Not for me.
Would you rather fire Ross Atkins or fire Mark Shapiro?
I can end this really quickly. You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Fire the president, Shapiro, because the new guy comes in is getting rid of the GM anyway. So they're both gone.
Okay, because I was going to say fire Atkins, but I mean,
It would take Ed Rogers or someone above Shapiro to make the move. Right now, I do believe Ross Atkins is a shield for Shapiro. So Shapiro still has a card to play.
yeah.
As it continues to get worse, Shapiro can make a move. Atkins can make a move and get rid of the manager, Schneider.
Yeah.
Right? If it continues to get worse, Shapiro can make a move, get rid of the general manager.
Yeah.
And now he's bought more time.
Yeah.
Clean house, man. President Shapiro has to go. That will immediately get rid of our GM because the new president isn't keeping the GM. And will
Honestly,
probably lead to turnover on the management on the field level.
I mean, I had picked Ross Atkins just because he's just such a liar, and what he said last season after pulling Barrios and
Well, we know there's no debating any of that.
no,
He is an absolute disaster of a GM.
yeah, and
from all points and perspectives.
I never considered your point about it because that's true though. If Shapiro gets fired, there's no way Atkins stays. So that's
get them all in one go.
and we should all Blue Jay fans should collectively forever have a grudge on Mark Shapiro because he let go of Alex Anthopoulos.
I don't know. I don't understand. The boys on Overdrive, Hayes, Noodles, and the O-Dog were talking about it this week. They wonder, does Edward Rogers wake up every day and wonder just what the heck is going on in Blue Jayville?
I think he's fine with it.
With the payroll that they are paying,
Yeah.
$230 million, I think they're paying. And this is what we've got for results. And this is after that press conference last Saturday, I don't know if the board or the people up high in Rogers haven't already started thinking we got to make some changes here. Let's just get these renovations done and let's move on.
Also, let's just like back to the offense for a second. Like I was looking at some of the lineup yesterday. Like people like George Springer who should be contributing, he's hitting 188 right now.
I went through all their numbers last week.
And Vladdy's hitting 290, but I mean that's just because he's been kind of hot over the last couple of days.
Vladdy's hitting well.
Yeah.
And the exit velo is up there.
100%, yeah.
But he's not producing the runs.
Not at all.
So he's getting his singles and his doubles, which is great. We need those. But we need people to knock him in. And he needs to get those hits when there's people on base. You cannot score one run and no runs every night. Night in, night out, night in, night out. And I got to tell you, watching the Tigers and the Blue Jays yesterday, I think I would rather have taken a sharp instrument and poked myself repeatedly for 2.5 hours. Because a 2-1 game between the Blue Jays and the Tigers.
It's like the most boring game in baseball history.
Oh, my goodness. It was like watching grass grow. But you knew the Blue Jays weren't coming back from 2-0 down.
No.
Because
Not at all.
I don't know what's wrong with this team, but we need fresh
Anytime the
perspectives.
Blue Jays are down by any kind of a lead, even if it's 1-0, they're not coming back.
Very seldom, but you shouldn't. Like I said, their starting pitchers must be like, fellas, are you going to start hitting at any point now? Because we're allowing 2-3 runs maximum against us,
Except for Alec
and
Manoah.
we're losing.
Except for Alec Manoah.
Well, the great Alec Manoah had two good starts, and then he was back to his usual self in his last outing there a couple of days ago. So I don't know what we have in Alec Manoah, but he's right now the 5th starter. So that's it. That was a fun game.
It is. Yeah, it was very fun. Would
We'll
you
keep that
rather?
one on the docket, hey?
We'll keep that on the docket.
So that brings us to our weight loss challenge.
It does.
We're into your birthday week next week, so you're
Yeah.
not weighing in next week, right?
No.
That's fair.
My birthday was not this past Wednesday. It's this Wednesday.
I'm aware.
Okay.
Now I have to get out and shop, right? Now I have to get out and shop. So you got on the scale there last Thursday.
I did indeed.
And, sir, it said
Down 0.6.
0.6. And I got on the scale, and guess what I'm down?
What are you down?
0.7.
0.1.
I'm a little bit upset because I figured I had you good this week, and I got to get a bit more serious about it. And
You
start
still had
losing
me.
a bit more.
You
Yeah,
still
I
had
did,
me.
but I was expecting to smash it to the ground.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen, and that's it. That's all we can do, I guess. Right? I just hit the wrong button again, as you can
It's the
tell.
second.
Turn that off,
It's
hey?
the second show in a row that's happened.
I'm not very good at these buttons. Age. Can't see.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. So that's it.
That is it.
So thank you for listening and watching this episode of 10 Minutes with Andrew. And we'll be back next Sunday with the next episode. If you
All
found
right, and it's a birthday week. We're going golfing. Should weather permit,
Yeah.
gonna be a good time.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and turn on notifications to be notified when we upload new content. You can also connect with us at andrewchansey.com.
Thank you and good night.